Hello and welcome to the Citi Newsroom. My name is Zoe Abubedu Ado. Today on the Citi Newsroom, we are at Community 16. This is within the Tema West district. This area where I am standing currently has a number of issues. They have security issues, they have road issues because the road network within this particular area where I stand is not too good. But today we won't focus on these two things. We have a very peculiar situation, and that is a water problem. In March this year, we came and reported about the water situation here. A week after, the water started flowing. But residents explain that since then, the supply of water hasn't been too good. We'll find out today on the Citi Newsroom how they are able to manage this situation and continue with their day-to-day activities and make ends meet. We would also find out for the Ghana Water Company Limited what actually the situation is, because the people here want a resolution and it has to be immediate. For them, to the boundaries that they have, they are in the middle of some boundaries. So there's a tarred road just to my right here. They have access to water. And the boundary to the left here, in this area, they also have water. But those in the middle really do not have water and want to know what exactly the situation is. So join me on the Citi Newsroom today as I engage them and find out how the situation has affected them. How many years?
I'm getting to 20 years.
How long has this problem been? Idea for the last 20 years, Anna?
No. I'm so bad. I'm fine. No, the tum cry. Yes, son is a better time being ye tum na ya break a cry. Ye tum na ya break a cry. This time, dear, by 2 years near ye tuma. Just a month. Last we almost 2 months as I now move.
This head tap, it's not been flowing for a while now. She says it's been over 2 months now and no water. Really a dry, but okay. It's okay. So it's not working here. In your town, so I'm more used to na. I'm saying your town.
I use free away and
Okay. So
and no boy.
So she harvests water here into a good barrel way more. Hopefully we're in so. Okay. Okay, so in Sionotoa. Okay, so this is another container she uses to harvest the rainwater. So you see there's an opening here. They have created a tunnel sort of. So when it rains, it pours into this container that has been stored here. Oh, there's no water in. There's no water in. But in Sionotoa this week, oh. Shower.
And no pan.
And talk okay. How serious is the situation?
The situation is very serious. We don't get water, but they bring the bills, and we pay every month.
They bring you bills?
They bring bills, and we pay every month.
Why do you pay when there's no water flowing?
I'll go there all the time, talk to them. They just come here, walk around, and then go away.
But the water is not flowing.
It's not
you
flowing.
are not getting the service. Why are you paying?
Well, they bring the bill. They say the bill, we have to pay the bill. Otherwise, they will come and cut us off the line.
When was the last time you had water?
About 6 months.
And when was the last time you had a bill?
The May bill, the last one he brought, was given to him to go and pay. And you gave the money to him, right? Yeah, it was given with the money to him. So the person who usually bring the bill.
So he's taking the receipt.
The receipt.
And you've paid the money
to go and pay it and bring it back.
Have you sought for answers?
Yes, I was there. Last year when I came, I was there, and they opened, and we had water sometime, but this year, no, nothing.
You buy water?
Yes, we buy water. They come and pump it in a tank here before we use at 108, 2120.
120 cedis
Cedis.
for the tank.
Yeah, for the tank.
And how long does
Well,
it
that's
last?
long time. This lasts for only 2 weeks, if I'm alone. Yeah.
But if the whole family is around?
Oh, 1 week. That's it.
Let's find out what the situation is with other residents as well. For here, you can see a lot of the yellow gallons here. And I can already see this water being filled here in this container, this bowl. Into where they use you?
I mean, got
70 pesos. Into we use gallon bear say.
Oh, me manu yes 6. Into the bear use 5 and not 6. You be seeing your media tempo. Use into the bear you kobu or bula. Bula no so and chini woman. Ustamina besa. Enti higher. So be top pipe or bontia. To the beer 1 cedi a gallon.
Pipe na ya mute bi kakan kakra.
Oh, the beer me be to her. Nsimba.
Wo be to her constant. Oh, train say.
Me train say e bia anajo mu bie na e bi bebe politank no mu. Na so, sorry ah. E bi ba to the beer me sorry for 2 o'clock and anajo 12 o'clock. 1. Na so, chamber.
That's the issue here. Things are not too good for the people here in Community 16. The water problem is a dire one for them. They are spending so much than they would have if they were paying their regular bills. Okay, so this house has a well. Is it sold?
No, it's not. It's not sold.
It's not sold. So this is...
This side is kind of the water. There's water locked here. Okay, there's water locked here. It's just because of the tiling of the floor. That's why you can't see it. So you see that. So even this one, when they pump it out, it will finish, and then you have to wait for it to, come from the ground before you can. So this is what have been helping them here. But we up there, we don't have anything like that.
Thank you so much for staying with us on the Citi Newsroom. So we've been telling you about the water issues here. We've spoken to a number of residents. You've heard varied opinions and varied ways they are all trying to make life comfortable for them as a result of the unavailability of water. But one interesting thing I've also been told in this area is that the water is not flowing, but thieves are also taking advantage of the situation and they are stealing meters here. So, for instance, this beautiful house here has its meter stolen, and this was done just yesterday. They came and the meter is nowhere to be found. The meter is gone. So people are also taking advantage of the situation. I understand there are some components or brass within the meter itself that the thieves use. And this one even has a pipe here, but the meter hasn't been spared. It's gone. You see, it's not flowing, but the meter is gone. Same here. Same with this. This is a third house. So this is a second house. This is a third place. Just look at this. It's gone.
So all the 3 meters have been removed, and it's not only here. If you go up there, it's the same thing.
And is this something that has happened before?
It hasn't happened here. I know of a place. Last I was with a friend, and he was called that his meter has been removed. That was the first time I actually heard that. Water meters is stolen, but seeing it here is something new. It's new to me in this area. There are a lot of things. Criminals who come around, maybe they take your AC, cut your electricity wires.
Electricity wires?
Yes, the connection coming to your house, they cut it. And then, but water meter is not, well, I don't know, but around this place, this is the first time I'm seeing something like this.
So how are schools within the area dealing with this water problem? I'm here at the Mercy Academy School to find out how they are able to cope and deal with the many children that need water for their daily activities. How much do you spend in a week on water?
The tank that brings the water, collect 100 Ghana, but now it's collecting 120. That's how much we pay. We buy twice in the week. The children are not many actually, but they spend a lot of water. We use the water to wash, we use the water to cook and everything. So we buy a lot.
Do parents raise any concerns about the lack of water here? Do they raise any concerns?
Yes. But you know, these parents, they raise their concern all right. You'll be surprised that when they bring their children, they come to poo-poo here. Because they don't have water themselves.
So parents?
Yes, they bring the children, when they bring the children come to poo-poo. Early in the morning when they come, they'll go and poo-poo. So, you see, they are also suffering. And when they finish, they just rush the children to their school. And they come, as soon as they come, you see a lot of them rushing to the toilet to go and poo-poo.
But do you visit the cost you are bearing, say, shift it onto their fees or something?
No. How can I shift it? You know the system in which we are. Government has not increased salaries. How do you shift it on the parents? So you have to bear it.
We're still dealing with the issue having to do with water within the Tema district. We've left Community 16. We are now at Klagon, still within the Tema district. This area also hasn't had water for some time. Further down this Klagon road is Holy Ghost, an area called Holy Ghost. This is the police station area in Klagon, but down there it's called Holy Ghost, and they haven't had water in the last 5 months, and that is also a major issue. So within the Tema district, it appears there are a number of areas that have issues with water. So there's a salon to my right here, and they tell me that because of the water problem and the water situation, if about 10 people come to wash their hair, they have to turn maybe about 8 away because they do not have the water to wash the hair of their clients that are coming, and we are running at a loss as well. So it's really affecting them, and they are hoping that the issue will be resolved. I'm speaking to some shop owners and residents here as well.
Yes, you almost 7 days. They said the Klagon police station na isioni ba ewo na e ba bebuba Klagon down running in 5 months near ye pipe emma isioni emma and police station the na e ba no so no and yes e ba de bia e bo 2 weeks asana be ba no bia bebubi by 103 weeks the by 3 months the emma e bo to be kwa 5 months na emma. He say ya chini ye enti mi bisa say so ya hu be chini nsuo kom credit no bwa kwose bia no no so no ye nya bi no ana and then included the say ya say ye nya nsuo no no so no na esa to water be mu and no musa wia ye nsuo no so omo ida ka ye bu no 70% say ko bo omo bu ma ye 1 cedi ye nya ntu mu ipo ye na de say ya so to nya mo no so a instruction bia ne hu to bia ye de ope. Instruction near idea or to say water and sewage. Munji say, but Obia did the ope, the ombu pipe in the mine, and the pipe in the body open or the mine, or see Atusu. Belly by a miniature started about. I feel like I can't want to say, and young rabbit muye, but Omodomo that take your decision. And no chest said, you want to cost you Wagana.
You know, say, what tones you are. Into insioni honor for tones you pa.
Auntie, oh, it's a woman in some pay. It's a mutopia water, support no buy a day. Peter is not to the jarry idea. The Peter post some trains, some yen soon, they won't mean provide the insuno. And I report to what a snowboy adding, but what under jarry. Only for what in jarry, and for what in pasty and your shades, no bones yadding. In the same only better to what I saw the year, a Gianni, and I saw the year or the jarry. It's insured dear, a buying boy and naga out of from when yen soon.
Minema crampo a packy will fear, the Eddie Bay, Diano crampo, Eddie crampo, a binu. Until I say, ye Diana because of Unity.
Oh, yeah, Diana because of it.
Oh, trade Diana Bontanine, a demon and banning because Monsieur said no boy didn't sing ya, Uben Waben. Ye bayan there says you only Niho. Sioni Niho, Nunti. If you dear, I won't you a bagana no, now no shit.
This is still the City Newsroom. My name is Zoe Abubedu Ado. So we brought you reactions from some residents in Community 16 and Klagon areas who have said they haven't had water for a while. It hasn't been constant or regular as it has been in previous years. So we are here at the Ghana Water Company Limited to speak to the head of communications to give some answers as to why they are experiencing those challenges. Mr. Stanley Mate, thank you for joining us on the City Newsroom.
Thank you for having me.
So, residents of Community 16, parts of Community 16, 17, the Klagon areas haven't had water supply for a while, and for most of them, it's a very difficult challenge. It's not something that used to happen. Are there any explanations for this?
Yes, we've had some challenges within that enclave. 16, 17, some part of Lashibi, Klagon, Sakumono has had some challenges with flow in recent times. It's as a result of, one, the construction of the road between Teshi and Tema. We have had to relocate some of our lines, and then in the process of the construction, they may have broken some of our lines and all that. So sometimes they are cut off. We try to supply those areas water from the Tema booster station, but because that station also serves several areas, we just have to, or we were rationing the water in that area. So it was irregular. So it wasn't like they were not getting water at all, but it had been irregular. It's been better in the last few days. But if they are still complaining, there could be some localized problems, which we will work on it as early as practicable. So that has been the situation in that area. And we just hope that the construction of the road from Teshi to Tema will be completed on time, because we relocated most of the lines. And then we hope that the frequent breakages of our lines will also reduce or will cease. We will apologize to the people living in that area because we know the challenges that they've been through, but we are still working hard to ensure that everything is done and that they can get the regular flow that they used to. And the last few months, we also had challenges with our desal plant. Now,
desalination at Teshi.
We call it the Accra desalination plant. So flow was also irregular in that area. Now they are producing, and in the last few days we've had them produce close to full capacity, and so there's a lot more water in that system. Yesterday and today we have been combing through the area, doing checking on our valves and checking on a lot of things to ensure that the water gets to all areas. So I'm sure that barring any technical hitches, we should have an improved situation by the weekend. Let's say maybe by Sunday we should have an improved situation.
There are others also who say they are being billed, although they don't get water supply. What is the reason for this? Why is the Ghana Water Company billing them when they don't have access to water?
Yeah, bills to our customers is part of our obligation to our customers, so that every month they are supposed to receive a bill. Now, your bill, or whatever amount of bill you, is according to your consumption, which is being ascertained by your meter. Okay, so it's the meter that will tell whether water has gone through the pipelines or water hasn't flown through at all. If water hasn't gone through it, the meter will read 0. So on your bill, you see consumption for the month to be 0. But if water has gone through it, whether a gallon or a liter or 100 liters, it will indicate that 100 liters have gone through, and will bill you for the 100 liters.
Finally, within the 16 area, we saw a number of meters stolen. Now, whose responsibility is it to take care of it? And does the cost go to the customer? The customer is supposed to pay for it. And is it your responsibility also to ensure that your meters are kept well or safe?
Yeah, it is the responsibility of the customer to ensure full protection for the meter. So your inability to do that will mean that you have to bear the cost of the meter. So if any meter is stolen, you need to report to the nearest police station, and then you can have a police report to the Ghana Water Company Limited. We'll have it replaced at a cost to the customer. And so the customers must see it as their responsibility and protect it.